lifestyles of the strange and exotic. Flea market madness 2. It was sadly just me and Mother. Last time the boys went. So hopefully I'll get a little better vlog since I have a slightly better idea what I'm doing. I don't know. But we'll see since I'm with her. Again, it's something to do. And I resisted going to the Goodwill since I was going to the flea market. That's a huge feat. Even though I don't expect to buy anything at a flea market because they pretty much buy things off the Goodwill and charge you 15 times the price that it's worth. Which is kind of sad. Which is also why we didn't sell much at the tag sale. Because we were looking for like specific things, you know. Oh well. So I'm just waiting for Mother to arrive in the granny wagon. So on to the show.
Little basket. And some of them aren't even that great.
Could have had some of Grace's. She had a few little wicker baskets.
Mm.
These are legit. The orange ones are radioactive. Shall we walk away slowly?
Here's got a few pieces of Fiesta ware.
The ones from the 1930s, it's either yellow or orange. I'm pretty sure it's like an orange. They're radioactive because it's the uranium, then it gives them the color. Oh, they even have an early 50s flight jacket. I want the cap to go with the jacket. It was on Hunting the Elements. They were talking about all the elements on Nova. And they were showing, actual items that possess those elements, and it mentioned the orange was the Fiesta for uranium. Someday I'll learn to do curves.
Good morning.
Morning. I got to be in the presence of an original 1980s Transformers Optimus Prime in the box. They wanted like $170 for it, but just being in the presence of the original Optimus Prime was awesome. I turned off the beepy thing, so maybe now I can record something. I wanted to record it for posterity, but to be in the presence, it was awesome. It's Ernie! Hello, Ernie.
You really should eat more, you know? 550 bucks.
Cut off about 4 inches from the appendages. This would be my skeleton.
Are these real bones?
I don't think so. They don't feel calcified. They feel more plastic. Huh?
50 bucks? Like real bones?
I don't think so. They felt plasticky. Bone would have a little more grit to them. Okay, I want this table.
What?
It's a little table, and you got the 2 pieces of glass for like down here. Why the rib cage is way down by your hips, I don't know. But is that not like the freaking coolest thing ever? It's awesome!
It's ghoulish.
It's perfect!
It's ghoulish.
It'd be great for a little skull collection on top. Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. I love that. That'd totally be my decor. Hey, if people can have those on their walls, I can have the skull table. The skeleton table. Recording right there. Why is it always dogs? Why can't you have like guard cats? Nice lions, something like that. Look at mutt. That's much better. Speaking of, a little too much. It's kind of nice for the manor house. Oh. Well, yeah. 3 hours and I came away with nothing. Lots of things I like, but most of the stuff I'm allergic to. Metal-wise and price-wise. So I got a 2-minute vlog, if anything. But it was fun. Mark not filled up. Now it's on our way to do whatever. Maybe I'll hit the wheel. There we go. I am trying a new setup. I gotta tweak the ancient tripod here. But we'll see. If this works out and looks lovely, maybe we'll do this on my semi-new glider that came from Yon tag sale. I did try to vlog the tag sale, but there wasn't much to vlog about. So we have returned from Yon. Old junkie place. The antique show. Right here, there we go. I sadly bought nothing. Mother bought 3 things. And she got the like rings made out of the ends of like the spoons. I don't know if I'd be allergic to those. He said they were silver plated with like a copper guts. So it's the nickel that I'm allergic to, so I don't know. I'd have to like wear them. I like the one that kind of looks like, if you ever watch Metropolis, like the ancient movie that, you know, pre-voice, kind of that era of building between maybe early 20s, 1950s, that old ancient architecture. So I thought that one was cool. So that was pretty much it. So I'm like, well, crap, this is all out of my league. Let's go to the Salvation Army. She's like, I don't want to Salvation Army. Well, got back early enough, I got to go to the Will. Now, note to previous, you know, whatevers. They're expanding. So, like these tops are usually like $3, the scrubs. They're hiking them up now to like $8 and $9. And, you know, their prices are questionable as it is because they're donated, and then they're just, I mean, people have complained that you get stuff from the Dollar Tree and they're charging $4 for them. So if their prices are going to get really screwed up like this, you're probably going to see less and less hauls or shorter and shorter hauls, which is why I have a tiny haul. So far they still had their dollar day there. So that's why I'm like, so this is what I got at the Will, as I'm thinking, well, if they're going to hog up the prices, I might as well start hoarding cloth again. So I got this for cloth, for purses. So I've got a few things that'll fit, and that stuff I got from Jean probably will fit with this too. So I have stuff that'll go with a color scheme. I really don't like using like plaids because it's hard to line up the lines. It just looks a little weird. This way you don't have to be so careful. So, and this came from some obscure thing. Alfred Dunner, made in USA. So that should make for some nice cloth. Right. And I want to make another flag bag, which I've yet to test out the one that I got. But that was like the best thing I got from the tag sale was, but the best thing was some guy looked at the bags that I had made and he goes, well, these look well made. And I'm like, because I'm like my own worst enemy. You could probably put a buffalo in this thing and it wouldn't fall apart, but I'm like that paranoid. It's like, yeah. So that's why I'm like, I have to test them out first. So I got some more white cloth to make another race, you know, checkered flag bag. And I don't think I've cut open the black that I gotten previously. So that's what these are for. These are Talbot's Women's Petite 14 wide. And the final thing, and now that I got the other Hunger Games books, now you find them, and I found all but the Dan Brown that I don't physically have, though I have read the one that I did the review on. Inferno. Haven't got it up yet, but it is there. Of course, by the time you see this, maybe it's gone up. But I came across this, and if anybody's ever seen the original Cosmos, awesome. And as much as I love Neil deGrasse Tyson, the second Cosmos was like, it pretty much was what I expected. And why in the holy hell was the ship of the imagination built on Naboo? It's like, the hell? But anyways, I've come across this book a million times in my life, and I don't know, I just never picked it up, and I'm like, you know, what the hell? So, and they do have a movie of like Jodie Foster or something like that, but I think they made it not too long after he died. And it's basically, you know, we meet a intelligent life form, and it is based on like the science of the time, so it wasn't just like, well, you know, magical warp drive. There's actual science because he is a scientist, or was a scientist, and you know, so there is fact behind the fiction, if that makes sense. So we'll see. This is like one of his most popular books, I think. So that was fun to find, and this was only $1 because all the paperbacks, and somebody must have donated a buttload of books, because there was at least 3 carriages anyways full of books. None of them had any books that I wanted to read. Oh well. So we'll see how they try to screw people out of their monies. Now it's on to feed, because I haven't had noms yet. And that was pretty much it. Though I did have fun walking. I swear we blitzed through that place. But of course you couldn't go through all the single bits and pieces, because there are pieces you had to pay to get into at the antique fair. And it's like, well, it's the same stuff. That, I mean, what's so special about the place that you have to pay for than, you know, what antiques that you have that you can't find something? It makes no sense to me. So it was like a big chunk of the, why the hell do I want to call it the Renaissance Fair? I don't know. Probably some of this stuff is about as old as the Renaissance, but, you know, the junk fair, the flea market. It's like you couldn't get to most of it, so you pretty much buzzed through that fine. But it's like some of the stuff you would find at the Goodwill. It's like, and then it's like you find stuff from like your youth. It's like there was like a expandable circle fence that I remember as a little kid. Strangely enough, I don't remember being in the inside of it. I remember seeing it outside. Maybe I escaped a lot. But it was basically a fence for children. And it's like, when the hell did I become an antique? The hell? Like, at what point does something become antique? Like this, and they wanted like $60 for this. And I'm like, I'm not that old. The hell? I protest. You know, if your generation is full of gray hair, then maybe, but it's like, I'm too young to be an antique. So I protest that. So I came away with nothing. So I placated myself at the will. Oh well. Thank you for watching. Remember to thumbs up, which would be rating, comment down below, and subscribe. There's always room for one more at the Strange and Exotic. See you next time. And hopefully this is a less crappy background. Bye.